Public Library, and that means Susie Mesecher. Susie, I drove by yesterday. It looks like you guys are doing some more construction out front there.
No, I don't think so.
Or was it just cleaning?
It's just some cleaning on the building.
Okay.
So we had some bird situations going on, and so it's just the annual cleaning of the building.
All right, very good. We can get you to speak up a little bit on that microphone.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah. So what's going on this summer at the library?
Well, it's our summer reading program. So Plant a Seed Read is now until August 1st. So we're asking kids and teens to sign up. And so if you read at least 5 days each week, you get a ticket. If you attend a program or event, you get a ticket. And you can enter your tickets in for some drawing prizes. So we've picked those out, and those are going to be available at the end of the summer. So we're really excited about summer reading. And then, of course, the Summer Reading Challenge for adults. I believe we're currently in 3rd place. So.
Well, you're going to make a late push like you did last year.
Well, and they changed the rules a little bit, so we're not able to do that. So you have to get in your minutes by a certain amount of time, and those text messages and messaging will be going out. So your deadline will be coming up. I believe today you have to get your minutes in for the first, initial push, and then after that it will count towards, between the month of July. So you have to make sure you check those deadlines and get your minutes in. If you haven't already done so, please give us a call or sign up on the Beanstack app on our website.
Did you find that the people who were with you year 1 and year 2 are coming back to help you with the challenge in year 3?
Absolutely. And we even have new people joining every single year that said, oh, well, I didn't think about it, or I didn't really know about it. So we've gotten a lot more people signed up this year already, which is later. In the year last year, we got more people signed up later. I feel like we got a lot more signed up at the get-go. So that's been really nice.
So the reading program that you have for the youngsters, what they read, can that go toward the challenge or no?
So if adults are reading to their kids, that will count for the adults' time.
Okay.
So we've been telling parents that. So if you feel like you don't have enough time, if you're reading to your kids already, keep track of that time and log that. It doesn't matter what you're reading as long as you're reading or listening to an audiobook.
All right, very good. What else you got for us today, Susie?
Well, this week, we have our wonderful No Pressure Book Club, which is tomorrow, Wednesday, at 5 o'clock. And what they end up doing is discussing the previous month's read. So in the month of June, they read literary fiction. And so on Wednesday, they'll be talking about the June reads, what they read for June. So, and then they will announce after that what the reading will be for July. So then in August, they'll discuss what they read in July.
So who heads that up?
So we have Nellie and Avery, our staff members, are heading that up right now. So they're enjoying that. They wanted to have something a little bit more welcoming, and that's why it's called No Pressure. So you can enjoy time together, socialize, and then if you didn't read everything, if you didn't read a whole book, it's not a big deal. Again, there's no pressure. Just talk about, the genre of literary fiction.
What are some of those discussions like? I would imagine you have sat in on some of these.
I haven't. I wanted to sit in on the sci-fi one because I've been reading a sci-fi series, and I know you're going to ask me the title, and now I can't. I remember the series name. I just don't remember the author off the top of my head, but it's called The Old Man's War, and it was in early 2000s, and it's about 6 or 7 books, and I'm on book 4, I believe. So called Zoe's something. See, now you're catching me on the spot. That's one thing I didn't do.
Have you always been a reader?
I always tell people when I was growing up, my mom said I couldn't sit still long enough to read. I really loved the audio books with a cassette tape, and with the book, so it chimed to turn the page. I would sit and listen to those and read those. And then it wasn't until I got into working at the library when I was 16 to actually start reading, which is crazy. Like just reading for pleasure, not just reading for school.
Those audiobooks, I could see where, I mean, if you're just sitting at home, you might as well just read the book yourself. But if you're on the road traveling in your car, that would be great to have.
It is, and I listen to Libby on my phone, so you can download that from our website or from the App Store. And I listen to those. So if I'm driving for several hours, I can, again, get 4 hours of time for my summer reading challenge because I'm also putting my hours in. So
Well, I know you did some traveling earlier in the year back home and out west.
Yes.
So were you listening to books all the way?
Yeah, and that was really fun. And then also like in downtime, when friends weren't available or whatever, I could do that. And then at home, I listened to audio when I'm cooking or cleaning or, putting clothes away, things like that.
I've never listened to an audiobook. I mean, it would seem like it would almost have to be like an actor. It's almost kind of like a play production.
Some people talk to me about that. It's evolved. So sometimes audiobooks will have different people reading. And then most of the time now, it's one person reading, but they will change their voice for a character.
Okay.
And those that are really good at it, people will listen to anything that they've done. So if you listen to Harry Potter on audio, the beloved reader for that is really great at voices, and you could just listen to that. Even if you didn't really like Harry Potter, you would, just listening to him.
What a way to make a living. Just
Yeah.
reading a book and then having them put it out there.
I'm assuming it's like voice acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Again, visiting with Susan Mesecher of the Clinton Public Library. What else going on?
Well, we are going to be closed for the 4th of July holiday, so we'll be closed on Friday and Saturday. And then I also wanted to reshare that we changed our hours on Saturday to 12 to 5. So we were open 10 to 5, but now we're going to be open 12 to 5 with our staffing changes. We have, Kate leaving, and we just announced that Selena is going to be the new community engagement specialist, and then we just promoted Rachel to a full-time position starting in July. So we're going to be leaving a part-time, vacant so that we can better align our staffing. And we just feel like, hey, in the summer especially, you go out and do things Saturday morning, and then when it gets hot, and we open at 12, come on down to the library from 12 to 5. We always have something going on every single Saturday for adults, kids, and teens.
You mentioned you kind of got started when you were 16,
Yes.
working at the library. Do you get a lot of high school students part-time, or I suppose not a lot, but do you get some?
We were doing a summer internship program. We weren't able to afford it this year, but the last 2 years we had a teen summer intern, and it was really fun to see the energy and the excitement for libraries. I think it's wonderful. That's how I got my start. I think having a paid internship is very important, and that's why I really wanted us to be able to do that. Just wasn't in the cards this year, but that's how I started. I started as a paid intern at $4.25 an hour.
So when you see these young people over the last couple of years, did you see some that, wow, I think that person's going to follow in my footsteps?
I think both of the ones we've had, and then some of our teen volunteers, they really enjoy library work and just meeting the people. And then you don't realize how many programs we do and how much interaction we have with the public. So I think people don't realize, it's not just reading all day. There's a lot of interaction with the community.
I certainly have found that out doing this program over the years, the wide variety that the library does offer. It's incredible.
Thank you. And even for the young people, we know that play is learning. And so even for the young ones, even though, they're singing and dancing and things like that, they're learning as well. So as they develop over time, even teens are still developing. I think it's important that they have those experiences, not just, reading a book or listening to a book, but interacting and having those conversations, engaging about the stories and the things that are important to them.
What's interesting is the demographics of the people who do go to the library. You're talking from children
Yes.
all the way up to Us senior citizens.
Yes, yes, and they all have different interests, and that's what we try to provide. Just also, isolation is a problem, and we really want to bring community together so that they have a nice space to do that in. And now that we have some new furniture, we're hoping more people come in and have those good community connections.
So how can people find out more? I would imagine Facebook, website, different things like that?
Yes, so IACPL at Instagram and Facebook, and then we have our website, clintonpubliclibrary.us. I always tell everyone we have pretty much everything you need to know about us on our website, but please call us at 563-242-8441 if you have any questions. And with the big change with the computers and everything that we're doing, just don't hesitate to call and ask us questions and suggestions and things like that. We are really open to hearing from you.
Again, you mentioned the new hours on Saturday. What are the hours the rest of the week? And again, you're going to be closed Friday, Saturday.
Yes, so normal hours are 9 to 7, Monday through Thursday, and then Friday 10 to 5, and then Saturday the switch to 12 to 5.
And finally, what are you reading? You kind of touched on it a little bit earlier in the program.
Yeah, so I'm listening to an audiobook about the history of CO2. That's my audio book. I don't have the title off the top of my head. It's very technical, but very interesting. And then the other book is it's basically, about called Old Man's War, science fiction, and it's the fourth in the series about the daughter Zoe, and they're going to go to a new planet, basically, and a new habitat. And it's very interesting from a teen perspective of what that's like to go to a different planet and colonize.
Do you find yourself reading or listening more now?
I do both. Okay. It just depends what I'm doing and how busy I am. I try to do both.
Okay, well, appreciate your time. Have a good holiday.
Thank you, you too.
Right now, the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
If we've learned anything from the draft, there's going to be 2 or 3 or 4 guys this year who were taken outside the top 15, top 20, and they become all NBA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was, I believe, 11th overall. And I didn't hear anybody go, boy,